Hello, Wacko Bob with another segment here. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but I wanted to get into this one here real well. I got a friend of mine here. His name is Jason. Why don't you say hi, Jason?
What's up?
Jason here is, yeah, well, and Jason, I got to ask you a question, Jason. What is your favorite football team?
Cowboys.
You're a Dallas Cowboy fan. What do you think of the Miami Dolphins?
They suck.
They suck? Is that all you got to say? What do you think?
Their quarterback's horrible. Their defense horrible, and they can't catch worth a crap.
Well, you know, some of those things I don't disagree with you on, even though I am a believer in Ryan Tannehill. But let's get the other one in here. Move over here. Damien, come on over here, man. Everyone say hi to Damien. Oh, so you're going to play the shy type?
No.
No? Okay. Who's your favorite football team?
My favorite is the Saints.
You're a New Orleans Saints. Obviously, you're a fan of Drew Brees?
Yeah.
You're a fan of Drew Brees and everything. All right, now, you obviously you don't like, do you like the Dolphins?
Yeah, they're all right.
They're all right. Okay, now if I were to ask you guys here, I'm going to ask you guys a simple question here. What do you guys think of the situation that's going on in Miami right now with this whole matter with Richard Incognito and Jonathan Martin?
I think it's stupid.
Yeah, you definitely got it right there with that one. And next question will go to Jason here. And Jason, if you were to take a side on this one, who would you take, Incognito or Martin, or how do you feel? Do you take the side of Martin on this one? I'm going to agree with you on that one. One says the whole matter is stupid. The other one here says takes the side of Jonathan Martin here on this one. And I got to tell you, there are a couple of things that really concern me with this one here. Why has this thing been going on for over a year? All I've heard about is how hazing is something that's a regular thing to be done in football, especially with the rookies and everything. Jonathan Martin, he is on his second year there. He had an impressive first year when he was playing right tackle. However, when you go and you move him to left tackle, he has a problem and everything too at working as a left tackle. And Mike, and a couple issues really come into play here when I really look at this whole matter. The first thing that comes to play is, why has this been going on for a year and a half?
Smells like turds.
And yeah. We know I have a person that runs my network who goes by the name Cat too, so I got to have a litter box. Just kidding, sweetheart. But to keep this thing rolling, the whole matter, what it surrounds and everything, surrounds a lot of idiocy in my opinion. Jonathan Martin, I know, was late to a few practices, so you had to toughen him up. You also have him playing left tackle instead of right tackle since you lost Jake Long. But I also want to know this. What made Richard Incognito the team leader for the offense, or the offensive line? Now, granted, you lost Jake Long, and I know that means a lot. And I know that Incognito is better at right tackle than he is at left tackle. And I just got to say that we're looking at a situation here where a guy like Richard Incognito is not a guy who I would want as my team leader. If you were looking that bad for a team leader and someone you could really count on, especially after you lost Jake Long, you should have never lost a guy like a Vernon Carey, where that goes. Or better yet, why didn't you look to make Mike Pouncey into a player, who could be a leader, who could be a leader on the, as far as that goes. My impression of Richard Incognito, you do need him right now because of the injuries you got on offense. And to not have either Jonathan Martin or Richard Incognito there really, really hurts, especially when you're going in there to face the Tampa Bay Succaneers. Yes, Lisa, I call them the Succaneers. Nothing personal against them either, but I will say this, is that you're looking at a situation here where the Bucs can get their first victory, because you're going to look at an offensive line that's degrees, and I mean degrees, weaker than they were last year. And Richard Incognito, I don't think is the best player on that offensive line. But as far as what was said, the racial comments that were said and everything, and the way that he's an honorary black man and all this, give me a break. Give me a break. The guy used the N-word. He said a lot of things he shouldn't have said. Shouldn't have said to him. He was holding him up where money goes, and I don't care if he was a second-round pick or a third-round pick, wherever he went, it doesn't matter. They could talk about the signing bonuses they get and everything just being rookies. I'm not for making high-priced talent out of rookie players. I don't care where they went in the draft. But I got to tell you that the signing bonuses and all that, none of their business. Richard Incognito was hazing Jonathan Martin for quite some time, and he went overboard with it. They're saying that the coaches and everyone wanted to toughen him up. Richard Incognito went overboard with it. There's some things I do not buy with this one. I think he wanted him to. I think Incognito was supposed to work with Jonathan Martin, not pull the crap that he pulled. And I personally do believe that. I have not heard Joe Philbin say that. I have not heard the offensive line coach say that. I haven't heard anything like that out of the Dolphins staff yet. However, I am going to say this: I do feel that in a big way that this matter was taken too far on Incognito's part. I know there are a lot of people there that do like Richard Incognito over Jonathan Martin, but if there's this hidden rule with hazing, then something has to be done about this one. This is another thing the NFL is going to have to get control of. I think there is going to be measures taken by the NFL. The one thing the Dolphins need to do now for Monday night is they got to get Jonathan Martin back. They're going to at least need him. Incognito, and I'm going to say this again, he was not the best player. I think, if anything, you should have gotten yourselves a left guard and everything so you could either move him to the right or just simply get rid of Incognito altogether. But Incognito is not the guy you go with. He's a solid player. He's not a great player. And that's about it. Later this week, just to update people, I'm going to be doing something that's been a big debate that's been going on for a while, which involves the day the music died and the big debate about the coin flip. And I hope people will check that one out. Don't forget to check out my show, which is Wacko in the Morning, which is now on the BTR Wacko Network page. And there's a bunch of new shows there, including Sports Talk 920, and that show is doing great too. You also got people like Wacko World with Kat Vecchione, and a lot of people who remember Chuck Skull from roller derby and roller games. He's actually doing a show now on my network as well too, called Chuck Skull's World of Mayhem. It's a lot of fun. There are a couple other shows on there. And yes, he is back, but however, he's already having to take some time off yet again. I'm referring to of course, Fast Eddie, who's been doing a show now under the name Eddie B's, with Eddie B's World. So check it out, blogtalkradio.com/The Wacko Network.